how long between your first bout with sobriety and ultimately, where you are today? How much time went between? How much time are you drinking between those two points?
Yeah, it was about 2.5 years.
Okay, so you went back and
Hmm.
and drank for another 2.5 years before.
Hmm.
Wow. I'm trying to think. I mean, I've probably was able to get to like a couple weeks, maybe 30 days. Never got a year under my belt before pursuing. So, hats off to you. And I think that that's valuable. You because a year is a good mark to really get it out of your system. Um, what would you say is the major difference between that first bout, that first year, and ultimately where you are today? Well, how have you kind of attacked it, pursued it differently this time around, other than the fact that you had that knowledge going into this period of sobriety?
Yeah, I think I'm more clear on who I am. So I think people should know that everyone's relationship with substances is different. There
Yep.
are there are people who can just have one glass of wine and they're like, I'm good. Like, I don't need another glass. My next drink might not be for another week. But I had to accept for me that I'm not a moderate drinker. I cannot moderate. And so when I first quit drinking, that wasn't necessarily something that I was thinking about. I just
Yep.
thought I was just like taking a break. The second time, it was like, you're stopping, you're removing this from your life because you do not mix with it. It does not mix with you. You cannot moderate. It doesn't bring any positivity. So I had to understand, like, for myself, again, you mentioned like the reasons of why I'm drinking. I'm drinking because I think that it's fun. Is it fun? I think I can find some other things to have fun by doing different stuff. I'm drinking because my friends drink. Are they really my friends? Because if I don't drink, they should still be my friends, right? So if I have to lose relationships because I'm not drinking anymore, I had to be comfortable with that. And so there were a lot of questions that I asked myself this second time with sobriety that I had to be comfortable answering and understanding about myself to be comfortable with not drinking anymore. And so it was really about being honest with myself in those answers and
Hmm.
being honest about what I might potentially lose and if it was worth it. And the answer is yes, it's worth it. It's worth never having a hangover again. It's worth never blacking out and not remembering again. Like, I love now when I go out with my friends, I'm telling you, every single thing that happened, every single thing that was said, I was there, I was present. I love that. And so I was just gaining so much, and I couldn't think of a reason why I would want to keep alcohol in my life.
Hmm. When you were kind of going about this self audit on your relationship, were there any questions that you asked yourself that were kind of really uncomfortable to ask yourself and uncomfortable to come to the answers on?
I think I was probably most uncomfortable with, okay, you stopped drinking. Now you don't have any excuse to ignore those ideas or dreams that you
Hmm.
have. And I think I was uncomfortable with not having that as an excuse or kind of having that to like my alcohol to fall back on why I'm not getting as far as I want to. And then really having to look at myself and my habits that might be keeping me from achieving the things that I know in my heart that I can achieve. That one was really hard. But
Yeah.
what I will say is that removing alcohol gives me so much mental clarity. The one day at a time gives me so much mental clarity to understand that building any dream, it starts with small steps and small things, right? Like people want to go from 0 to 100 in 2 seconds, and not drinking has allowed me to see that, like, it's just building over time, it's accumulating over time. As long as you're moving forward and making progress, you'll get there. And so that has been really helpful. And I think also me removing alcohol, I really wanted to think about the wife and mother that I wanted to be. And so it was a bit of an uncomfortable thing to think about of like, I don't know, I was really fun and passionate when I was drunk. Like, will my husband still love me the same? Will our lives still be the same? Will it still be fun? That was scary to think about and uncomfortable to think about, but I'm happy to say that things are actually so much better now and than I could have imagined. So
I appreciate you guys listening to the Stacking Days podcast. I hope this episode added value to your recovery and wellness journey. Before we go our separate ways, let's connect on social. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Stacking Days or via the website www.stackingdays.com. By supporting the show, you can play a direct role in amplifying people of color in their pursuit of recovery. The easiest way to do that is to subscribe or hit the follow button. This way, you'll never miss an episode, all while playing an active part in creating the ecosystem where diverse voices in healing matter. This show is for the purpose of education and connection and is not a replacement for therapy or recovery care. For more information on the resources and support available, take a look at SAMHSA and some other resources shared in the description. Until we meet again, be well, one day at a time.